Hello, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of All Things Network. And in this episode of All Things Network, we're going to talk about three media types. The first media type we're going to talk about is metal wires within cables or twisted pair cables, which is an Ethernet technology and is used to interconnect devices. And since it is the foundation for most local networks, it is the most commonly used network cable. In twisted pairs, wires are grouped in pairs and twisted together to reduce the interference. The pairs of wires are colored so that you can identify the same wire at each end, typically in each pair. One of the wires is a solid color, and its partner is the same color striped into a white background. When using the Ethernet media, the data is transmitted and encoded into electrical impulses. The inside of the Ethernet cable are copper, which makes it a great medium to transfer data through electrical impulses. Now, the second type of media I want to discuss is fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cable can be either glass or plastic with a diameter about the same as a human hair, and it can carry digital information at a very high speed over long distances because light is used instead of electricity. Electrical interference does not affect the signal because it's light. Fiber optic cable have many uses as well as communication. They're also used in medical imaging, medical treatment, and mechanical engineering inspection. They have a very high bandwidth, which enables them to carry very large amounts of data. Fiber is used in backbone networks, large businesses, environments, and large data centers. It is also used extensively by telephone companies. Two things that need to be noted is that fiber optic cabling are more expensive and harder to terminate than twisted pair Ethernet cabling, and is the reason why it is mostly used by enterprises, cable companies, and data centers, and why mostly Ethernet is used for local networks. The third and final network media I will be discussing is coaxial cable, which was one of the earliest types of network cabling developed. Coaxial cable is what is used by cable TV companies. It is also used for connecting the various components which make up satellite communication system. Coaxial cable has a single rigid copper core that conducts the signal. This core is typically surrounded by a layer of insulated braided metal shielding and a protective jacket. It is used as a high frequency transmission line to carry high frequency or broadcast a signature. I know I said I would discuss three different media: Ethernet, fiber optic, and coaxial. But there's one that I must mention that does the same as the other medias: Wi-Fi. The only difference is that it uses radio waves to transmit data instead of cabling. That was a lot to take in about network media, but it gives a detailed description of how the media is used. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of All Things Network, and I hope you gain some understanding as to what type of media is used and how it is beneficial to the transmission of data. Also, all media must be connected in order for the network to function properly. If packets are sent over coaxial, twisted wires, or either fiber optic, they still must have a centralized location, whether it be a wireless access point, a router, which then shall send the packet through a default gateway over those same mediums in order to deliver the package properly. I hope you've enjoyed my presentation of network media. And this was not all of the network media, but it's just a few that I have compiled for this podcast. I'm signing off. Light speed and bye bye for now.